Like a pro play that you sneeze and everyone just turns up on the same screen.
We did see that yesterday.
It's true.
It was an all-in, 4 TPs committed within 1 second of each other. But this Drake is not long for the world. The Hex Tech 3 members of HLE. Gumayusi rotating around. We do see the Twisted Fate ultimate.
Uh-oh. Zeus is getting jumped on, though, as JDG see everyone on the Dragon and say, well, we'll pick up the Gnar. Instead, I forgot about another global. There's a Twisted Fate in the game, and he helps pick up a kill onto Zeus. It's Junjia who secures it, and actually HongQ didn't even get the assist.
That's it. It was so fast. Junjia gets the one onto Zeus. Zeus caught in a really weird position, I want to say. Basically between 4 members of JDG there. A couple had roamed down to Drake to see what they could get, and they clearly decided, hey, you have that first Drake, it doesn't matter, we're going to get this kill and try and get our top side ahead. That ultimate comes down, so HongQ zones Zeus down towards the Baron Pit into the waiting arms of Junjia. Junjia takes him out before HongQ's gold card could land.
And he flashed for that as well. I feel for HongQ. He goes all the way in there, burns the ult, burns the gold card on the flash, still doesn't get involved. But there you go. He does in my heart. Still, you're not going to complain.
In that jungle. Gold lead, though, right now, pretty close.
The resets came on through from HLE. That's a long, long way away from a Mega Gnar. And look, it might be an extended timer on the Ambassador ult. It's still not shorter than a gold card, and it makes it easy as you like.
That's it. A 3-man dive on the top lane for Zeus. Right now, I think JDG, this is still a good position for them. The wave clear coming out of Gumayusi on this Ziggs, 15 CS up over GALA, so they do have that lead in the bot side.
Whoa. There's a bit of a taunt as Gumayusi finds himself face-checking Vampire, but will be able to satch his way out to safety.
Yeah, luckily with barely enough mana to do it. JDG hanging around, just making sure they get the info on Gumayusi recalling. They're keeping him here. They might be looking for a dive here.
He's got no mana. Here we go. The Hound's Pursuit comes on in. The Dark in daggers, and the power is unleashed. Junjia will be able to reset turret aggro because he has a W button.
I honestly think that W is so busted because it's like, how can you just avoid all of this? Easy. Riot gave me the ability, so I'm going to.
Well, you see what I do is I think about it, and I wait a second, and then I press the W button. Yeah, that's how I do it. What do you mean?
It worked. But JDG, they went from 700 advantage to 1.4k. Hit the Rift. We see the vision control. HLEs is in the bot side jungle of JDG. They want to see where they're coming from as they've started up that Drake. Kanavi onto it straight away.
Delight is here on her own, but so is Vampire. That makes it pretty spicy. Zeus nearly the Mega Gnar. This gets difficult as a tactical sweep to teleports from everywhere. Junjia also around. The taunt makes things tricky. Mega Gnar into the wall. Delight, and of course Zeka with the teleport. Goes back in, looks for more of a perfect execution, but it'll just be the one kill. And HLE finally on the kill board.
That's it, on the board, and in stylish fashion. Zeka arrives so fast, but look at these wards. HLE looking for more.
Xiaoxu's been left low, just a flash on in! And Gumayusi with the roaming Ziggs of all champions gets an extra.
You know why?
And gets out safely. Few ultimates traded, some HP traded, but no one dies.
Yeah, but back to that previous attempted on Kanavi's life, I do love that Ignite call so that they had maximum visibility so they could keep punishing him, but he was able to Cataclysm out and then Flash to get that distance that JDG couldn't follow up with because they'd committed it all at the start of that fight. So really heads up play as JDG collapse on Zeus.
Speaking of committing, they bring multiple members down, the Hound's Pursuit and the call of the pack. And Zeus, I fear you may be calling an ambulance. He gets bled out with the Dark in Daggers Part 2.
Yeah, right now JDG, they are running this Rift. As good as HLE are, JDG are working as a unit. They're bringing more members to every single fight. The only one that HLE won was that top side where they got to go quicker. They brought more members faster, and it was JDG on the back foot. It speaks to the initiative. It speaks to the proactivity. Whoever
Ziggs ult, throw in that perfect execution and really try and blow someone up could get very, very dangerous. Junjia said, I just want to get us some gold. Let me have a Herald so I can try and get a turret.
Critically, it is on vision, so HLE do know this one started up, but the timing was fantastic. Kanavi on that recall, but they're racing out to the Rift Herald. There are pings coming down. They want to contest this if they can.
Vampire Flash of the Shadow Dash, the Hound's Pursuit. HongQ turns up. GALA on the other side, caught inside the Hextech ultimate, but lives! He lives! That's huge. HongQ in danger. Gold card comes on down. Zeka inside that Twilight Shroud. Mainly start running away and does. Kanavi and Zeka here, but they are 2 members down. JDG pounce.
I love Kanavi. He's just standing here going, What are you going to do about it? I'm all the way over here. Bring it on. But the jungler still lives. And honestly, Gumayusi just got caught out there. He was too far up. And JDG collapsed and capitalized. But Zeus looking for more as JDG want this straight.
Yeah, they're trying to prevent too much of an easy opportunity with the Mega now. The teleports begin to fly Zeka into the backhand. On top of Junjia, the stun in the wall. Zeus low, not quite down. The exhaust, the Mega Inferno Bomb! Delight is delightful indeed as Junjia also falls. And HLE, despite starting to fight down members, come away with the dragon and more kills.
HLE, they were so far behind, but they just find the angle. They get the flanking TP. They get a great start to that fight. Zeus just outplays, lives on a sliver of health after JDG commits so many resources to him and are unable to play the rest of the fight. HLE zone them away, get that third Drake of the game, and they are on soul point now here as we see this again. Zeus in Mega Gnar form. Xiaoxu goes in. JDG are deciding who do we want to go on here. Zeus goes into the middle of all. Ults one and JDG go, we're collapsing on him. But Zeus gets out alive as he drew JDG in. And
whoa!
Oh my.
Back to live. GALA takes one with him, unleashes the power onto Zeka and puts him pretty low. Is Junjia in range for an art? No, not quite. And that means that Zeka at least gets out that tower dive. A little ugly there from HLE.
That's it, 1-for-1 through to clear the wave.
Yeah, trying to push side lane against the Ziggs can sometimes be an effort in futility because he presses R semi-regularly. That said, they still have the Herald. That might give them an opportunity to make a move elsewhere with Shelly. GALA clearing up the wave in the mid lane, does have Junjia around theoretically, but Delight and Guma here making things pretty scary. Delight potentially getting jumped on though, as HongQ TP's in with that Destiny Gate. Try to blow him up, Hextech ultimatum, GALA out to safety as Kanavi says, get off my support. Zeka's in the base, Delight is out, the fight is madness. Junjia calls the pack, gets the kill, but doesn't get the opportunity to reset properly. Vampire gonna hold on the Shadow Dash as Zeus, nearly at the Mega Gnar, flashes in with a boomerang, and HongQ is HongQ queuing, crying out in his own base as Vampire in a 1v3. HLE just unrelenting, trapped under the turret though as GALA has got the advantage of having his fountain nearby and gets another back.
Feels like HLE got a little bit of happy gaming in there. They were deep under that inhibitor turret there, trying to just finish off the last couple of members of JDG. But what a terrific play here. Both teams getting equal kills, so ultimately walking away 2-for-2. But HLE's Delight taken so low, so early, and he sticks around to be able to threaten, to be able to come back late into that fight to force JDG to respect the potential CC that comes through from that combination. Baron on the Rift, fourth Drake of the game in 1 minute and 45. Vision control currently favored for JDG in their sort of topside jungle, but let's break this one down again. That. Yeah, thank you so much. But it's Delight here. Delight starts it all off by being caught out. He went for that flanking angle to get in the back lines of JDG, but he's spotted. They commit onto Delight. That Hextech ultimatum, the barrier, all of the shielding kept him alive long enough to flash out and escape. But JDG had committed their resources. So the rest of HLE collapsed down onto him. And here's the happy gaming. They're deep under the inhibitor turret. 3v2. Zeus has the aggro, but the stun. They're here with priority. They're here with vision control. It's up to JDG to walk in to HLE, and HLE want that.
Zeka with the reset now. I wonder whether he's turning that Dark Seal into something a bit spicy. It'll just be the Amp Tone. Shadow Flame completed. Has the teleport eyes on the Akali into the fight.
Yeah, really well-timed item pickup. These items can be those power spikes that make or break these team fights, because that is what this will be. HLE, they want this. They don't need this.
No, they don't. Vampire in on damage onto Delight, who is taken out, and Xiaoxu gets it. 5v4 now for JDG, who had to burn very little to pick off the Camille. Zeus around nowhere near the Mega Gnar. The Scout of the Week lands. It's damage onto Guma. Loses 25%. Kanavi flashes for a Cataclysm, and it's the end of days all right for Jing Dong Gaming. JDG, Jing Dong, the witch is dead.
They disappeared. Kanavi with the flash Cataclysm into the Mega Inferno Bomb from Gumayusi takes JDG's dreams and rips them apart.
This man on Jarvan is a monster. He flashes, he commits the R, he looks everyone in place, and the rest of HLE cracks their necks and throws everything at the kitchen sink. And it turns out JDG go drown.
That's it. He knew that was a one-way journey, but if HLE could win it hard enough, they would still have the manpower to take that Drake down. And that is exactly what we saw. Zeus left standing alone, gets the soul, and it is a cloud soul, so they're going to have that extra movement speed, that slow resistance. They're going to be able to run JDG down wherever they find them on this ridge.
Right, and you've got a Fedakali to do that with, you've got a Jarvan to do that with. You use those R buttons, it gets scary. Because again, this was 5 versus 4, and Kanavi says no.
Mega Inferno Bomb on to 3. It takes one out, and it rips 2 more in half. The follow-up from HLE, fantastic. Xiaoxu trying to do something, gets into the back line, takes one out, forced to flash, and Zeus Mega at the right time here to finish Xiaoxu off.
Gets to bring down the fist. The crunch and the wallop is all that is required to leave the Ambessa in the dirt. And now they find themselves up 2.7k. They've got the soul. While until an Elder spawns, but Baron's available.
Yeah, I mean, we take a look at Zeka. 306 hasn't died yet. Vampire did die in that ace, in that fight. So unfortunately, he's not unkilled now. These items, so important. Like you called out, Zeka picking up the second completed before the fight, has now a 10-stack Dark Seal and an Arm Guard, so that extra security, that extra safety when he goes in.
Yeah, and right, Dark Seal, that extra 10 stacks, that is 700 gold worth of extra stacks. It means that that gold lead is more like 1,500 really for the Akali. Really, really stings. Is nearly at the level 16 as well, halfway to that 3rd rank of the ultimate. And once you add that, and Cloud Soul, and an Arm Guard, all of the tools that Zeka has available here is going to be very scary. Never mind the fact that Gumayusi, for all he's 2 and 5, has just picked up a damn death cap.
That's it, a Rabadon's death cap on these 3-item Ziggs now. And we saw before the highest single damage by any player is literally Gumayusi. They're making a play.
Gold card on to Guma, who's going to try and be saved by Delight and Kanavi. They jump in, the Mega Inferno Bomb is flashed away from Kanavi. There's the Cataclysm, deletes HongQ. There's nothing to be done by the Twisted Fate. They try to run away as Zeus. Nearly the Megador hops on in. It's a hop, a skip, and a crunch.
Oh,
the Megador's in.
Zeus.
Zeka's there. The perfect execution will decapitate him. Welcome to Paris. Eat a guillotine.
Xiaoxu tries to get it done, but he's 1v5. There's nothing left. Zeka with the Quadra rips them apart. HLE find the play, they find the team, and they might just find everything.
Look, the plays might have been back and forth, but the structures weren't. And in the late game, Hanwha Life Esports, MSA champions, are looking to return the favor and do it again. Instead, at Esports World Cup 2026, it's a battleground here, all right. And HLE are the victors.
Parlez-vous français, because you are going to need it here in France. HLE beat JDG in his best of 1 at the KERIA City Battleground. They are the defending MSI 2026 champs for a reason. JDG, they had that early game. They had small incremental leads, but HLE, they've been here before. They had the answers and they took the team fights.
Resilient has been the word that has often been used around HLE. They dropped to the lower bracket and MSI and had to run all the way to the finals. They won it. Then on a few days' notice, they fly all the way to the other side of the world and they turn up here and are looking like they haven't missed a beat. It was competitive. I think that's fair to say. You saw what JDG were trying to do. You've got Shen, you've got Twisted Fate. You can go play towards those sides.